Hello students, welcome to Fun Scholar. So today we are going to discuss about the topic data handling, which is meant to be for CBSE class 7 student, but it will be beneficial for all of you students who have been studying data handling from 6 to up to class 9. Okay, so today we are going to discuss the data handling, and in data handling the first thing which comes up, that is the data. Okay, and data means what? And everywhere, from advertising to school, from management to study, everywhere data is everywhere. Okay, so just like in this room I am recording this video, I have something for you, like this is an AC remote. Okay, and in this AC remote you guys can see, and आप लोगों के सभी के घर में है AC रिमोट. तो देखिए यहाँ पर क्या क्या होता है. यहाँ पर हम टेम्परेचर देख सकते हैं, उसके अलावा हम देख सकते हैं कितना टाइम हुआ है, उसके अलावा कितना ज़ोर से फ़ैन चल रहा है, फ़ैन का स्विंग हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है, वो भी देख सकते हैं. और इसके अलावा भी हमारे पास काफ़ी सारे ऑप्शंस हैं जो कि हम लोग एसी रिमोट से अपने एसी को ठीक कर सकते हैं. अब एसी में जब देखोगे तब भी देखोगे कि उसमें एसी में भी टेम्परेचर आता है, ठीक है, कि स्पीड में एसी चल रहा है वो भी आता है. हालांकि ये कंपनी टू कंपनी डिफर करती है, बट यू गाइज कैन सी दैट. ओके, सो दिस इज द डेटा. अब आपके स्कूल के अगर मैं एग्जाम्पल पे जाऊं तो देखिए, स्कूल में जाकर असेंबली होने के बाद फर्स्ट जो चीज़ होता है दैट इज योर अटेंडेंस. और अटेंडेंस में जनरली टीचर्स ये वाला मार्क करती है और ये वाला मार्क करती है. दिस इज ऑल्सो एन रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ डेटा. ओके, ताकि मंथ के एंड में या फिर साल के एंड में जब अटेंडेंस चेक करने की बारी आए तो एक ही बार में समझ आ जाए कि कितने स्टूडेंट्स का अटेंडेंस कितना है और कितना लोग एब्सेंट है, और आपके पेरेंट्स के पास रिपोर्ट जाए. ओके, सो लेट्स बिगिन दिस जर्नी. Okay, so why did the class teachers take attendance on every day? Yes, that's the thing which I have been telling about. Teachers, why do the teachers take attendance every day? To send the report to your parents. Okay, so next we have a video what are the different types of data, but I am not going to play this one because this one is very much easy one, and you guys generally know that I don't play much videos in the classes. Okay, so next one, hello scholars. At the end of this lecture we will be able to learn that collection of data. That means how do we collect the data. Obviously the collection of data indicates your attendance report which you guys have every day in your school. Okay, double bar graph, yes, it will come later. Arithmetic mean and average, obviously arithmetic mean and average this is a very important topic regarding data handling and the statistics. Okay, range, bar graph, median and mode. Okay, so median, mode and arithmetic mean and average, these things will come sooner, and range, double bar graph, these will come later. Okay, so let's go. So hey, I am Rahul. I secured 43 out of 50 in mathematics exam and 45 out of 50 in English exam. Okay, and this is like a general number which you guys already have in your classes, in so many classes. So can you tell me what is the maximum score obtained in mathematics subject from Rahul's class? Wait, we don't know the individual's mark, even we don't know how many students appeared in the exam. Okay, for this we need to collect the data. After the survey we can answer all the questions. It shows that the collection of data helps us to organize and analyze a report. A data collection gives us the quantity, improve data quality and enhance its analysis and makes our calculations easy. Okay, so first thing, only two infos are being given, that the name of Rahul is the name of a student. Okay, and he scored in math, he scored 43 out of what, 50, and in English he has scored 45 out of 50. Okay, so these are so many information which we have got, or these are the data that we have got, that we are talking about the student whose name is Rahul, obviously, and he appeared for 2 subjects, that is math and English, and he got 43 out of 50 in maths and 45 out of 50 in English. So the 2 numbers, now tell me in which subject he got better marks or better percentage, that is English. Okay, so only this the conclusion we can have from the given data, but they have asked us that, can you tell me what is the maximum score obtained in mathematics subject from Rahul's class? Yes, but we can't answer this. Why we can't answer this? Because we don't have sufficient data to answer the question. Okay, so to answer this question we have something more. Okay, the next thing is organization of data and how do we classify data and all of this. So let's play a video that how do we classify data, and if you understand the video better, then you will get to understand that how do we organize data. So let's play the video. Okay, so from the video we have learned that how can we organize data. Like if this is the number of marks or any kind of thing, like number of attendance in your classes of all the students, which we have to count that how many students are there. Okay, so this is the data given that how many students are present in the class, okay, or in a month. So from this given data we can tell that highest is 21 and that is here. This is here, and the lowest will be 11, but 11 comes 2 times. In my notice currently it can be more than 2 as well. Okay, so when we are going to classify this, we will see that there are 4 11s, 1 2 3 4 4 13s and many numbers which are appearing more than once. Okay, so from this point, so this was the given data, and this is the data looks like after modifying or classifying. Okay, and from the modified data we can get any so many kind of information like the highest one, the lowest one, the ascending order or the descending order. This all of the information we are getting from the given data, and we will call this given data as the raw data. Okay, and from highest to lowest, the subtraction of highest to lowest data will be called as the range. Okay, so let's go further in the topic. So the organization of data we have already learned, and the classification of data we have already learned from the video. Okay, so the next, here is the collected data of all the students. There are 10 students whose name is Ajay, Arman, Rahul, Ashish, Deepti, Faizan, Govind, Jay, Madiha and Sahil. And here is given that they have scored how many marks out of 50 in mathematics. So from this table, what are the information we are getting? We are getting that the highest score of this out of this 10 student is 48, which is scored by Govind. So Govind scored the highest, and the lowest mark will be 25, which has been scored by Jay. Okay, and we can already find the percentage of all these students. Okay, like the 42 will be 84, 41 will be 82, 43 will be 86, 33 will be 66, 36 will be 72, 39 will be 78, 48 will be 96, 25 will be 50, 46 will be 92 and 32 will be 64. These all are the percentage of marks scored by all these given students. Okay, so these are the representation of data, and from the given data the information which we are getting here. Okay, so the next one. So can you tell me how many students did secure marks between 30 to 40? Obviously we can tell that. So this one, 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 this. Okay, so only one student has scored less between 30 to 40. Okay, yes, we can say, but this is a little bit difficult and time taking to find the numbers of students. Let's organize the data. Yes, they have organized this, and from this organized value we can tell that how many scored they have scored. So yes, after organizing in the ascending order it will be looking like this, but we don't need that because we can easily tell from the previous given table as well. Okay, the next one, what is the arithmetic mean? Okay, if the heights of 5 persons are 145, 144, 152, 151, 158 and 155 respectively, find the mean height. Yes, so to find the mean height we have to know that what average is. Hey, so it's a girl, I spend an average of about 5 hours daily for my studies. Okay, so the average means what? The average means is that if a student is studying 6 hours in Monday, 5 hours in Tuesday, 4 hours for Wednesday, 7 hours for Thursday, 4 hours for Friday and 4 hours for Saturday. One day is off, that is Sunday. Okay, so how many hours she have studied for 6 days? It will be 6 plus 5. It will be 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7 plus 4 plus 4. Okay. So 4 and 4 8, 8 and 7 15, 15 plus 4 19, 19 plus 5 24, 24 plus 6 will be 30. So she has studies 30 hours for 6 days. Okay, so the average will be total number of hour by total number of days. So it will be 30 by 6. So if 30 by 6 is the answer, so the average will be 5 hours. So she has studied 5 hours average in the week. Okay. So let's go next. Yes. So they have given the formula of this, that formula of average is sum of all data by number of data, and we are getting average of 5 hours, which we have already found out that how can we get the 5 hours. Okay, so this is the mean time that he spends on daily basis. Okay, so mean and average are the same thing with the different names. Okay, let's go further, that is find the average of 2, 2.5, 3.5, 9, 8 and 7.2. So to find this, what we have to do, we just have to add them. So 2 plus 2.5 and 3.5, if we add them, it will be 6, 9 and 8, it will be 17 plus 7.2. So 19 plus 6 will be 17 plus 2 19, 19 and 6 will be 25 plus 7.2, it will be 30, 32.2. Okay, so this is the sum of all the given data, and there are number of given data, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 32.2 by 6, so the average will be 5.36 or something. Okay, so if you want to complete this as the if you can keep it like the recurring decimal, or if you can end this in the given decimal number. Okay, find the average of first 5 multiples of 7. Yes, the multiples of 7s are 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Yes, the first 5 multiples of 7 are this: 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Okay, now add them. So after adding them, we will be getting so after adding we will be getting 105, and after the dividing we will be getting 21. So 21 will be the mean of the given data or the average of the given data. Okay. Next, find the average of, yes, they have done it like this. Obviously they have kept the non-recurring decimal up to 3 points, and the next one is 21, obviously. So let's go further, that is find the average of this, this and this. So to find the average of these 3 given data, it will be, we have to add them, that is 1.2 by 3.5 by plus 1.6. Now LCM of these three given data will be maybe 30. 30, yes, 30 will be the LCM. Let's check this. Yes, 30. So it will be 15 plus it will be 18 plus it will be 5. So 20, 30, 38 by 3. Yes, this one. And after dividing this with 3, it will be 38 by 90. Okay. So to find the value, we have to use cancellation and it will go up to, so 19 by 45 will be the average of these three given data. Okay. They have done it like this. Okay, let's go next. The mean of 8 number is 27. If one number is excluded, their mean is 25. Find the excluded number. Okay. So this one has been done like this, that we know that okay. So as we all know that the sum of data by number of data is equals to mean or average, and in this average we have already the given average is 25, which is the mean for 8, sorry, the mean is given, that is 27, which is mean for 8 numbers. So the sum of the data will be 27 into 8, that is 217. If one number is excluded, the mean will be 25. Then the sum of 7 number is 175. Now subtract 175 from 217 and you will be getting 41. So 41 is the missing number or the excluded number. Okay. So they have just described this with the images, like if we take 8 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, their mean comes out as 27. So their total will be 27 into 8 and that is 216. Okay. And if we exclude one number from this given 8 numbers, we will be having 7 numbers and their mean is 25 into 7 and that is 175. If we subtract this from this, we will be ended up getting the missing or the excluded number. Okay. Let's go further. Okay, the mean of 9 observation was found to be 35. Later on it was discovered that an observation 81 was misread as 80. Find the correct mean of the observation. Yes. So the mean of the 9 observations are 35. Then the sum of 9 observations will be 35 into 9, that is 315. But the above sum is incorrect as 18 is misread as, sorry, 81 is misread as 18. So subtract 18 from the sum and then add 81 to the sum to get the corrected one. Yes, they have subtracted this and added they have subtracted 18 and added 81 and they got 375. So the final mean we will having, that is 42, which is 7 greater the 7 marks more than the previous one. Okay. The next one, in a certain hospital the mean birth rate of a week was 35. If the mean birth rate from Monday to Thursday was 32, that of Thursday to Sunday was 36. Find the number of births on Thursday. So in a certain hospital, the mean birth rate of a week was 35. If the mean birth rate from Monday to Thursday, all of this. Okay, the mean birth rate of 7 days is given as 35. So the sum will be 35 into 7, that is 245. Okay, the mean from Monday to Thursday is 32. The sum will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. For 4 days is 32 into 4, that is 128. The mean from Thursday to Sunday is 36. That means Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday is 36 into 4, that is 144. Now the number of births on Thursday is add these two and subtract this from the given 7 data. So we will be getting that the number of births in the Thursday. Why? Because Thursday is coming 2 times in our calculation. Okay, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then comes Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so Thursday coming 2 times in the given data, and which is making the week as 4 plus 4 equals to 8, but we all know that in a week we have 7 days. So if we subtract the given mean of 8 datas, given mean of 7 datas from the given mean of 8 datas, we will be ended up getting the value of the repeated one, that is Thursday here. Okay. Okay, the next one. The following table shows the weight of 12 students, obviously, and find the mean weight. So we have 4 students having weight of 67, 3 students having weight of 70, 2 students having weight of 72, 2 students having weight of 73 and 1 student having the weight of 75. So 4 plus 3 7 plus 2 9, 9 plus 2 11, 11 plus 1 12. So if we multiply and add them, and divide them with 12, we will be getting the mean weight of all the 12 students. Okay, so let's check the value. Yes, their sum will be 843. Okay, and the mean will be 70.25 kgs. Okay, and so this is the calculation of like grouped data. Okay, just like this one, like 64 is given for 4 students. So the group data will be looking like this, where we have to arrange them in the 2 different tables, that will be called as the frequency and cumulative frequency. Okay, we will discuss this in our upcoming slides as well. Okay, so what are mean, median and mode? Now this one is a video. Let's watch the video here.
Look at this set of numbers: 12, 16, 12, 6,
Okay, so we have learned that what does mean, median and mode means. So we have already learned that mean is basically the average of the given data, and median will be the middle or central value of the given data after arranging them in the ascending order. Okay, so in this given data, after arranging them in ascending order, we will be getting 12. Okay, so this will be called as the median value, and the last one is the mode, that is in the given data, the number which is appearing the most of the time will be called as the mode of the given data or the value of the given data, that is 12. Okay. Next, so let us go further. Okay, so what are mean, median and mode? We have already discussed that. Okay, next thing, that what is the range? Okay, we have already discussed about the range for like a little bit of time. Okay, so here is the some collection of famous statue. So now we will going to understand range better with the real life examples, like the Statue of Liberty is 93 meter, Statue of Unity is 182 meters, the Usiku Buddha, that is 100 meter, which is situated in China, and the Great Buddha, that is 92 meter, which is also situated in China. Okay, the Statue of Unity is situated in India, and the Statue of Liberty is also situated in India. Okay, so can you tell me on which range do the heights of the above statues fall on? Basically, that how we measure the height of any statue or height of anything, we measure by their head to toe. Okay, so this will be the measurement of Statue of Unity. These will be the measurement of Statue of Liberty. Okay, this will be the measurement of the Usiku Buddha, and this will be, though this photo is not completed, will be the measurement of the Great Buddha. Okay, so why we are discussing all of this suddenly in this chapter or in this topic? Because this is the practical example that what does range is. Okay, the highest statue is the Statue of Unity, which is 182 meter high. The lowest statue among them is the Great Buddha, which is 92 meter high. Okay, so the range will be the maximum height minus minimum height, that is 90 meter. This range depicts the difference between the heights of these two statues. It shows the spread of data. Okay, so the next is the mode is the range, the mode is the spread of data, means the gap between the highest and the lowest value is great. Okay, if the range becomes big, so that means the difference between the highest data and lowest data is more. Okay, the mode is the range, the mode is the spread of the data, means the gap between the highest and lowest value is greater. Okay. The next one, the range. The difference between the highest and the lowest observation gives us an idea of the spread of observations. This can be found by subtracting the lowest observation from the highest observation. That will be getting called as the range. Okay, the ages in years of 10 teachers of a school are 32 to 40. Okay, I mean it has 10 data given. What is the range of the ages of teachers? So the maximum age, that is 54, and the minimum age is 23. So the range will be 31. So they have a range of 31 in ages in teachers. Okay. The next one. The next one is mean, median, modes example. We will be skipping the video. You guys can watch the video in the app. Okay, the next is mode, and we also have mode of large data and all that, but we don't have to play the video here. You guys check this video also in the LMS or in the Fun Scholar app. The next one, can you tell me which ball is more in number? Okay, let's come again to the real examples. Like we have here rugby balls, football, basketballs and volleyballs. Now you have to tell me that which ball is highest in the number. Okay, so 1 rugby ball, 2 rugby ball, 3 rugby ball, 4 rugby ball, 5 rugby ball. So it has 5 rugby balls. Again we have 1 football, 2 football, 3 football. So 3 footballs. Again we have 1 basketball, 2 basketball, 3 basketball, 4, 5, 6 basketballs. So we have 6 basketballs. Again we have lastly we have the volleyball, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So from this given data we are getting so many kind of informations, like how many balls are there. So the highest number of balls, that is basketball in this list, and the lowest number of ball will be the football in this list. Okay. The next one is, yes, they have already found them, and from the given data what will be the mode of the given data. There are 7 basketballs. So mode of the given data will be 7, because the numbers or the data which is appearing most of the time will be called as the mode. So the mode of the given data will be 7. Okay, let's go further. The next, mode, it is another parameter to determine the central tendency of a data. The central tendencies are mean, median and mode. Mean means average, median means the central value, and mode means the most appearing value. Okay, the mode of a set of observation is the observation that occurs most often. Okay, example, find the mode of 6, 7, 7, 3, 3 and all this. So arrange the data in the ascending order. So it will be like this, and here 4 3s are here, 1 5, 3 6, 2 7, 1 8 and 1 10. So 3 is appearing most of the times. So 3 will be the frequency of 3 is 4. So 3 will be the mode of the given data. Okay. The next one, that is heights in centimeter of 25 children are given below. Yes, all of them. What is the mode of their height? So to find this we have to arrange them in the ascending order from 160 to 168, and here they are appearing. 160 has the most number of students or most number of frequency, that is 4. So they have, we have 163 height of students as the most, that is 9. Okay, and they have also represented this as the tally marks. So tally marks you guys have already learned in the previous classes, like to count everything as errorlessly, we have to count them like this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 will be looking like this. So if we have so many kind of this type of symbol, they will be counted as 5. So here we have 1 looking like this and 1 are 4. So there are total 9 students or 9 given data of heights. So that 9 will be the mode of the given data. Okay. So the next is median. Yes, we have already learned about the median. So now do some math. Like median refers to the value which lies in the middle of the data when arranged in an increasing or decreasing order. Okay, with the half of the observation above it and the other half below it. So let us see an example. I have 5 students who scored 32, 48, 34, 32 and 43. I want to divide them equally into 2 groups on the basis of a reference value. one group score is below the reference value and the other group is above the reference value. So if we want to do this, we have to find the mean first. Mean will be the average of this. And now, so above 37.8 there are 2 students and below there are 3 students. Here is the weightage of 2 groups are not the same. Okay. So, but to make the weightage better, we have to introduce median. So, taking mode as reference, 32 is the mode, but wait, there is not a single student below 32 and others are above. Hence, this is also not convenient to give judgment of 2 groups. Okay. So, to give the better judgment, we will have to find the median of the given data. So, there will be 34. After arranging them in an ascending order, we will be getting 34 as the middle of the data, and 2 of them is higher than this, I mean will be greater than this, and 2 of them will be lower than this. So, 34 will be called as the median. So, below 34 we can call them that they are bad students, and above 34 they will be called, we can call them as the good students. Okay. The next one. Okay. The formula for finding the median of data set depends on whether the number of data points is odd, even, odd or even. So, how can we find this? Like if we have data of 6 students, okay, 6 students. So, we will arrange them like 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 and 64. So, we can't tell that who is the middle of them, okay, because if we break them like this, so 3 will be this side and 3 will be this side. So, we can't tell them that who will be stay in the middle. But for the odd data, like if we have odd like this, like 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. So, currently we are having 7 numbers, and these 7 numbers 16 will be the middle of the given data. So, we can say that 16 will be the median of all of them. Okay. So, to find, but we have to find them, and what will we do that if we have the even number as the given data? So, to find that, we have to take middle value of 1 and middle value of 2 and by them and divide them with the 2 to find the actual mean. Okay. So, just like this. So, currently we have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 number of data. So, the middle one will be 25 and it will be called as the median. So, no problem about that. But what about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yes, this one. So, but what about the given even numbers? We can't, after arranging them, we can't tell that which one will be called as the middle of the given data. Like if we arrange them like this, so the first number we will be having, that is 17, and after that it will come 18. And after that it will be 24, then 25, then 27, and then it will be 35, 36 and 47. So, we have 4 this side and 4 this side, but no one in the middle. Okay. So, how to solve this problem? So, in the middle we will be having 2 numbers, that those are 25 and 27. Okay. In the above arrangement, you can observe that there are 2 observations in the middle position, one is 25 and the other one is 27. Okay. So, in this case, take average of these 2 observations. So, after taking the average of these 2 observations, there will be 26. So, 26 which is appearing between 25 and 27 as well. So, 26 will be the median of the given data or the given 8 observations. Okay. So 26 will be the median of the given data. The next one, the score in mathematics test out of 25 of 15 students is as follows. Find the mode and median of this data. Are they same? Okay, the solution, arrange the data in ascending order, which will be looking like this, and after arranging them in the ascending order and 15 students, we have 15. The 15 is already an odd number, so we can tell that 8th number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th number, 8 means that 7 number, will above that and 7 number will be beneath that. So 8th number will be the middle, so 8th number will be the median. Okay. Now mode is 20, that is occurring the most. So mode will be 20. So now they have also asked that are they same? Yes, they are same, because mean will be 20 and median will also be 20. Sorry, median will also be 20 and mode will also be 20. Now you guys have to find the mean. That is your homework. You guys can try it yourself at your home. Okay. The next one we will be starting to learn that what does the bar graphs are, and so let's see. So how do bar graph helps us? Okay. So it's better to learn that how does the bar graphs help us. Okay. So from this video we have learned that how does the graphs helps us, and they have given the example with having bar graphs. Yes, these are the bar graphs, and you may have and must have witnessed this type of graphs in your real life or everyday life, like in newspapers, in the news, in cricket match as well. Okay, so this is the bar graphs by which, not knowing the actual value, we will getting so many information, like which one is the biggest one, this, and it is representing C, that means curly, and it is going up to 300, so that means 300 is the mostly neighborhood allowance which is curly spending. Okay, so this is the bar graph, and we will be discussing about this in the upcoming slides, like how do graphs helps us. And here we have 200 students of 6th and 7th classes were asked to name their favorite color. So as to decide upon what should be the color of their school building. The results are shown in the following table, represent the given data on the bar graph. Yes. So 200 students has been asked that which color should the school paint their school, and their answer is like this: red, green, blue, yellow and orange. So most are opting for yellow and the least is opting for green. Okay, so choosing a suitable scale starting from 0, the higher value is 55 to take up to 60. 1 centimeter is graph has 10 division and each division represents 1 student. Now draw 2 lines which are perpendicular to each other. The horizontal axis will be x and all that. Okay. Now I think you guys can read the data description here. That is, this one is red, this one is red, this one is green, this one is blue, this one is yellow and this one is orange. Okay, and from 0 to 10 we are taking 1 centimeter each. We don't have scale right now, but you guys can think that each one of the scale is representing 1 centimeter. So from here we can see that blue is having more than 50 and like in the middle of the 50 to 60, that will be, we can say this is like a 56 or 55, which was the data is maybe. So yes, the blue is 55. So blue will be 55. Blue will be 55 because it's lying between 50 to 60. And the least one is green, that is 1 step lesser than the 20, that is 19, and rest of them will be looking like this. So from the given data we can represent this as a graph or a bar graph. Okay, so let's go further. Following data gives total marks out of 600 obtained by 6 children on a particular class. Represent the data on a bar graph. Okay, so let's represent this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 students. So let's draw a bar graph small. Okay, so to draw the bar graph, first we have to take the axis, that is, this one is the x axis, and here we will be representing the students, that is Ajoy for A, Balli for B, Deepti for D, Fayaz for F, Gitika for G and Hari for H. And we will be taking 0 here and every point as the 1 centimeter as 100. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 and 600. We are taking up to 600. So the first one, that is Ajoy. Ajoy will be lying between, in the middle, in this point. Okay. Then Balli will be lying at 500 at this point. Now Deepti will be lying at this point. Now Fayaz will be lying at, take this like this point, like from 300 to 400, a little bit upper than the middle. Okay, and Gitika as 400 like here, and Hari as 540, which is the largest, which is a little bit less than the middle from 500 to 600. Okay, so after drawing the bar graph, each one will be looking like this. Okay, so the bar for the Ajoy has been drawn. The bar for Balli will be drawn like this. Okay, the bar graph for Deepti will be looking like this. Yes, it has a little bit tilted, but you guys can try this in your copies. So this is the example of how do we draw the bar graphs. Okay. Yes, they have drawn it like this. So the most is coming for Hari, that is 540, and the lowest is coming for Deepti, that is 300. Okay. The next one. Next one is double bar graph. So what does the double bar graph means? Let's watch this from the video.
Let's see a practical example where the bar graph can be used to understand data more easily. This is a graph of average temperature of various cities. In this graph, we mark 10 degrees in equal intervals. We have been given data for 6 cities: A, B, C, D, E, and F. Now, just by looking at this graph, let's try to answer a few questions. Here's the first one. Which is the hottest city among these 6 cities? Well, it's obvious. It's city F, as its average temperature is highest among peers. Next one. If temperature greater than 25 degrees Celsius is formed, list the warm cities. This is the 25 degrees Celsius line. All cities having their average temperature above this line will be included in the list. So the warm cities are B, C, and F. Here's the last one. What is the difference in temperatures between the hottest and the coldest cities? The temperature of the hottest city is approximately 48 degrees Celsius, and the temperature of the coldest city is around 9 degrees Celsius. So the answer is 48 minus 9, which will equal 39 degrees Celsius. Apart from helping us answer such questions, the most important way in which the bar graph helps us is that just by looking at it, we get an idea about each of the categories.
Okay, so the video has been complete. So in this video we have learned that how can bar graphs can be useful in our daily life, just like to find the temperature of different cities. Okay, so let's go further. Like how do we estimate the scale of a graph? Okay, I will be playing this video a little bit later. So before playing the video, let's understand what does the double bar graph means. Okay, so for this given data for class 10 and class 12, draw a bar graph to represent the data, but how can I represent two types of data on a single graph? For this you need to draw a double bar graph. And how will we be drawing the double bar graph? So double bar graph will be looking like this. Okay, so first draw the scales like this, and after drawing this, write 0 and x and y up to this, and draw the data for 10 student, and again draw the data for class 12 students. Okay, so it will be looking like x for 10 student and it will be looking like 12 for 12 student. And you can draw all these graphs looking like this and this. Okay, you can keep space between them to draw the bar, to separate the bar graphs. Okay, so double bar graphs is generally not included in your syllabus. We will generally represent this with the histograms, which is in class 9 and 10 syllabus. Okay, so let's go further. That is, yes, it will be looking like this, and after this, now we will going to learn that how to do we estimate the scale of a bar graph by assumption, and there are so many processes. Now learn this.
This is the graph paper we usually draw our graphs on. Every unit horizontally as well as vertically is 1 centimeter long. Every centimeter
Okay, so this video has been done, and here we have learned that how can we use the practical graph paper and how can we draw the practical bar graphs using this graph paper. Okay, so let's go further. Okay, so always maintain equal intervals between the consecutive bars. These are just like the precautions which you guys have to take while drawing a bar graph or drawing anything in the graph. That is, always maintain equal intervals. Width of the all bars should be kept equal. Mention the scale that you have taken on top right corner of the graph. Obviously this one is very important. Like if you are drawing a graph like this, if you are drawing a graph like this, you have to mention your scale in the right side of the graph. Okay. The next one is give a proper title to the graph and maintain a legend box so that one could easily understand the graph. Okay. Legend box means that something which is like this. If this one is a graph, so this one will be called as the legend box. Okay. The next one, a mathematics teacher wants to see whether the new techniques of teaching she applied after quarterly test was effective or not. She takes the scores of 5 weakest children in a quarterly test and in the half yearly test. Okay, help the teacher to decide whether this techniques is suitable or not. Okay, so if we draw a double bar graph by showcasing the quarterly and half yearly result of the given data, so we will be getting that whether the students are performing or the teacher is performing. Okay, so this one is yes, every student performed well after applying the new techniques of the teacher by the teacher. So yes, most improvement has been done by Avi and or Kiran maybe. So the graph will be looking like this. Okay. Now read the bar graph below which shows the number of books sold by a bookstore during 5 consecutive years and answer the following questions. About how many books were sold in 1989, 90 and 1992. In which year were about 475 books sold and about 225 books sold. And in which year were fewer than 250 books sold. Yes, all of the thing we can answer from the given graph. Okay, so how many books were sold in 1989? So it will be less than 200, maybe 180 or something. And in 1990 it will be more than a little bit less than 500, maybe 490. And in 1991, yes, this data is residing in between the middle of 200 and 300, it will be 250. And in 1992, it will be more than 200, maybe 210. And in 1993, it will be 600. Okay. So about how many books were sold, we have already found that. So I have just generally written this like an assumption. But you guys have to measure them and then you have to write this. Okay, the next is in which year were about 475 books sold and about 225 books sold. Okay, so 225 will be, okay, 475 will be this one. Okay, so we have written it like 490, but the real answer will be 475 because only this one is being residing between 400 to 500, so that's why it will be 475. The next one is 250. So 250 will definitely be in 1991's data, which we are getting from number 3, and 225, which is lesser than this, it will be 1992's. Okay, and the rest of the two will be one is 600, that is fixed, and the another will be less than 200, maybe 180 or 175, whatever. Okay, so all the data we have got from this book, from the data or given bar graph. Okay, So how do we choose the best scale? We don't have to watch the video, and if you want to watch the video, then you guys can log into the Fun Scholar app. Okay, and the next one is the bar graph example. Yes, this one we have already watched the video, so I am not playing it here. So number of children in 6 different classes are given below. Represent the data on the bar graph. Okay, so class 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and the number of children are given below like this. Okay, how do you choose the scale? Which class has the maximum number of children and which class has the minimum number of children? The minimum number of children is having class 10 and the maximum number of children is having class 5. Okay, and how do we have to choose the scale? We can choose 1 centimeter as 10, so that 13 we will, if we go up to 15, so there will be 150 student, and 13.5 will represent class 5, and 12 will represent 120, 9.5 will represent 95, 10 will represent 100, 9, 8, and here it will be 13.5. Okay, so this is how we can draw the graph. The next one, what is probability? Okay, so now we are going deeper into the statistics or data handling. So what is probability? This one is very much popular and very complex idea of mathematics. So if we toss a coin, will the outcome be head? No. And number of possible outcomes. So we know that a coin has head and tail. Okay, so if we toss a coin, so there are possibilities that the head can come, also the tail can come. Okay, but we don't know what will come. Okay, so to understand this better, watch the video that what is probability. Okay, so you just need the basic, very basic of the understanding. This chapter is very higher and very complex, and we will discuss it in further classes. Okay.
Three students were asked about the probability of passing in their mathematics paper. Let's understand their responses. The first student was very sad and said that the probability of his passing was low. The second one was really happy because he felt that the probability of his passing is very high. The third kid was a little confused. He says that his probability of passing is somewhere in between. So the probability just tells you how likely it is for an event to occur. Here, the event is passing the exam. In the first case, the likelihood of passing is not very likely. In the second case, the likelihood of passing is very likely. And here, the likelihood of passing is somewhere in between. But none of them are sure. They are just telling us what they feel and what is the most likely outcome. That's probability.
So from the video we have learned that what actually probability is. Okay, so probability is just a percentage or the known percentage of the outcomes. Okay, so we don't need more of this in class 7 obviously. So now let's go further and discuss the whole chapter at once. Okay, so find the mode of all the given data. Well, to find the mode we have to arrange them in the ascending order, and we have to check that which number is coming the most, that is 3.5 is coming the most. 3.5 will be the mode of the given data. Okay, the next one, that is find the mean, median and mode of 75%, 75%, 3.2, 450%, 0.25, 3.15 and 1.54. Okay, so 75% means 70 by 100 and it will be 75 by 100, so it will be 0.75. The next one is already been given 3.2. The third one will be 450% by, means 450 by 100, that will be 4.5. The next one is 0.25 and the next one is next one will be 3.20 because 1 by 5 is 0.20 and another is 1.54. So the mean, to find the mean you have to add all of them and then you have to divide it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 6. And the next one is mode, is the term which is coming the highest, that is 3.2 will be the mode and median will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after arranging them in the ascending order we have to find the median. Yes. So they have find the mode which will be 3.2, the mean will be 2.24 and after arranging them in the ascending order, so we are getting 1.54 and 3.2 in the middle and their average will be 2.37. So 2.37 will be the median of the given data. Okay. The next one, that is a mini lesson. To find median, arrange the data either in ascending or in descending order. Yes, which I have been telling you guys from this class. The width of all the bars in the graph should be equal. Maintain equal gaps between two consecutive bars. Yes, and in making graph take suitable scale and also mention the scale. Obviously, these all are the mini lesson which you have to follow while solving the question. Okay, so that's it. That's the complete lecture of data handling. I hope you guys like the video. We will see you in the next class. Thank you very much.